Hey guys, I'm Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping. I am a demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I live in North Carolina. If you are in need of a demonstrator, I would love to be your girl. So anytime you purchase from me, any amount after $35, I will send you a PDF full of 16 projects with pictures and step-by-step instructions. So I hope that you take me up on that. And I also have a blog that is tedderbearstamping.com. And every video that I do, I try to put it out there so that you can see pictures that are close up and get more on the dimensions if you miss them on the video. So hang in here and let's do this together. All right, thanks. Hey there. Okay, so today we're going to do this card. I saw it the other day being, not this card, I came up with my own, but I saw this wreath being made by Barry and Jay on Matosu Crafts. Hopefully I pronounced that right. And I just love the look of this and had to make one of my own. So I figured that I would show you how to make it. So let's get started. And so we are doing this using soft suede, and this is measured at 3 1/4 squared. So I'm going to come in with some soft suede and a makeup brush to sponge in the sides, just to give it a little bit of love, or not love, that's not a good word. Give it a little bit of dimension just by using ink. That sounds better. It is lovely to do, but and always wipe it off onto your paper before you start, and then just come in with the edges and see how nice and soft that looks. So make sure you wipe it off, and then just come in. Love my table, except for the sound, and I don't think about oiling it until I'm doing a video. It's so silly. Okay, so as in my last card, I left some lightness in the middle because that just adds to the making it look dimensional. So I'm going to go ahead and take this paper away so we're not getting distracted by all that ink. Alright, so what you need to do, I want to show you which set we're using. Have you seen ornamental envelopes? Did you wonder why would I want that? Well, this wreath on here sold me. So I'm hoping that you will like it too. They have some really cool things, like things for the corners, and they have a die that will cut out all of these beautiful ornaments. It's just a really nice set. And then if you're scrapbooking, they have this line here that is awesome to put your journaling in, or you can do it onto your envelope. And it also has for the dies, which I don't have with me right this second, but to where you can cut the paper. It has a die for you to cut the paper that will fit inside the envelope, so it looks really pretty. Okay, so enough of that. I just thought it was a pretty cool idea. Alright, so I'm going to be using the very little, here, let me show you the picture, the two I'm going to use because it's harder to see on there. I'm going to use this one that's very fine and the dots because it just looks so stunning together. So I'm going to come in with my, whoa, knocking stuff off with my sleeve, with Early Espresso. And start stamping a somewhat circle. We're going to be filling it in, so it's not like you have to be precise. I'm going to just start with the edges that I know that I want to be kind of close to, and then meet the two. And now I'm going to fill it in just want to keep it moving because you don't want to have the same stamp image. Let me get a little bit more on the outside. Just want to have it look full. Well, see, now this part is bare, so we're going to fix that. Let's go this way. There we go. And one more up here. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that this is dry from the ink. I'm going to heat it just for a second. You know what? This doesn't look as good. I'm going to start over on the other side. I don't like the way that came out. It doesn't look as good. So, bear with me. I'm going to go ahead and sponge it again. And let's bring in that other paper so I don't have to dirty this one. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to start doing Facebook Lives on Thursdays at 4 Eastern Time. And so I'm hoping that you will join me. And I will be having prizes for those who watch and those who comment and those who share, just to add a little bit. Okay, let me start this over again. I am not going to use early espresso. I think I want to use soft suede because this just didn't look right. Okay, I'm going to clean it off with my chamois. I cut my chamois in half so I could have it be a small one. And I'll show you why in a minute because I use it for my Stamparatus. Okay. Oh, I like that better. You're like, whatever. I think it just makes it look not so in your face. Okay, let me get, I want to go over it. Okay, so I sped you up because I figured you'd already watched me once do this. So I just wanted to make sure that you could see the difference. Okay, see this? Let's see if I can bring it up. Okay, and then this one. See, that does not look good. So good thing Stampin' Up! Has two sides of paper. Okay, since I'm embossing, I just wanted to make sure that it was definitely dry. So I'm going to go ahead and use my embossing buddy. You can use cornstarch, dryer sheet, baby powder, anything you want. I just have these on hand, so that's what I use. So now I'm going to come in with my dots and my Versamark, and I will be having white embossing powder standing by. Don't squish it when you tap. Just tap it lightly because you don't want to get all of the I was going to say rubber, but it's not rubber, photopolymer into your ink so that it gets on here. You just want the dots, so just do it lightly. All right. And you're just going to put them around. And now Barry and Jay, when they did theirs, they did a lot of white on theirs. I just want mine to be a little bit more subtle. I probably will only go around this once. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks good. All right, so I'm going to heat set it and I will speed you up. Isn't that pretty? I think it just looks so gorgeous. Okay, let me cool it off for a minute, and then I'm going to wipe it on my pants to get off all the embossing powder. Okay, perfect. So then I'm going to come in with a strip of white, which I normally throw away, but I found out that if I keep a few, then I'll use them for something, and I inevitably do. So I'm going to go ahead and use the soft suede again. So far we've only needed soft suede and Versamark. Okay, let me find my ink or my stamp. Okay, so this is from here's a card stamp set, and normally I trim my stamps so that I don't have to worry about getting halos, but this one I did not. So hopefully I can get it on here and it'll be, let me turn it around, somewhat straight. That's better. Okay. Whoops, I did it the wrong way. Okay, hang in there with me. Let's try the other side. We're going to do it like, let's see. We are going to do it there, but I'm going to do it more towards the edge. Goodness. Shouldn't be this hard, huh? Okay, then I'm just going to snip this so that it's straight, hopefully. And then what I do is I come up through the center, what I think is center, eyeballing it, and then come from each corner and meet that center point. And that gives me a nice little thing here. Okay, so I'm going to put that onto the front using my Seal Plus. There we go. Well, that doesn't look straight. Hold on. There we go. All right. Nice. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my soft suede again and just go around the corners just to give it a little bit more definition. I think it just makes the white stand out even more. All right, so then we're going to back that onto a piece of white, and that is measured at 3 3/8 squared. Boy, I'm glad I did it again, because this side is not pretty. This one looks pretty. Okay. Okay, then I am going to put that onto a piece of Early Espresso, and that is 3 1/2 squared. See how that makes it pop? I really like it. All right. The base is going to be a garden green, and I've already scored it at 3 or 4 1/4. And then I'm going to have a piece of Early Espresso at 5 1/4 by 4, and I'm going to have 2 of those so that one's for the inside. I need to bone fold this so that okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this DSP on. I don't have the name of it right offhand, but I'll have it down listed below. I should write everything down as I'm going, but who wants to do that? And I went off. Okay. And this is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And that's what my white piece for the inside is going to be. Okay, so before I put this on, I want to come in with some ribbon, and I chose right here the soft suede or the early espresso faux leather. It's really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and this is how I do it. Is I'm going to bring it up about to, let's lay it down so we know, because I want the same amount. About there. Okay, so I turn it over and then I see where the things are, and that's where I put my adhesive. Put one over so that it'll hold where I want it, and then make sure it's straight. Sorry. Okay. Then I'm going to put that onto my garden green, and I always try to go this way with my ribbon so that I don't accidentally knock it off when I go around. Okay. And that goes right on here. Okay, and then I'm going to draw or make a bow. And I do bows a little bit different than others. I just do 2 bunny ears, tie them in a knot. But I do one thing that's a little bit different, is that I drop that bow, and then this thing flips around, the tail there. And then that just makes it lay really nice. I don't know if you can see that, but it just makes it lay super nice. But I want it to be a little bit smaller, so I'm going to pull on those. Okay. Boy, this feels so nice. And then flag my tails here. Bring in some glue dots to put it on. I try to at least get 2 on there. Okay. Put that in the middle. Alright, then this is going to get popped up with dimensionals. Oh, come on. I just want to make sure it holds up right. How many dimensionals do you guys use? So I just make sure that they're pushed down, and then I take off the tops. Love this card. It can be birthday, masculine. It can be for Christmas. Really, I think it even could be for Thanksgiving. Very versatile. Okay. Just want to be in the middle. Okay. Then for the inside, and I am not done with the front, but I just want to make sure that I do the inside. I am going to come in, show you how I get my sentiments to be straight using the Stamparatus, which I love. Let's see. I'll get it. So, you put in your card, and you put this where you want it. And I don't know that it's straight, but we're going to find out. Okay, so we're going to move this. Now this is a wipeable surface, and we do sell it. It's pretty cool. So what I can do, since this is straight lines, I can find out if I have this on straight. No, I do not. Do you see how it's crooked? So I see that the May Your Heart needs to go up. Not by a ton. And let's bring in my little wipey thing here. so I don't get all inky. That's why I have it, is for that. All right, so let's bring this up just a tad and see. And then we'll try it again. Oh, and then I'll wipe this off so I can see where I'm at. Let's see if I got it right this time. Wow, pretty darn close. It needs to just move a smidge down. The mayor, well, that's really good. Let's just bring up just a smidge the other side, because I have it exactly on this line. Okay, so just a smidge. Hopefully I got it just a smidge. Okay. Went too far. My smidge was not a smidge. And I have a hair on here, but I am going, let's leave it there because it's not affecting my stamping. One more time. Perfect. All right, so now I'm going to wipe that off. And bring in my white cardstock. So I didn't want to do any of this without knowing for sure it was right. And I'm going to ink it again. Now, if you want to make a ton of cards, you just have to put this in your Stamparatus and you can just smack these out and it's all ready to go. Alright, so there was something I was going to put on the bottom and I don't remember what it was. So, we're not going to put anything right now because I can't think of what it was. So I have that and I just have to clean this and it's ready to go for the next card if you want to make multiples. And that hair is bugging me. Alright. So this is going to go onto the early espresso. And then on the inside. So I'm making this a Christmas card. It says, "May your heart be lifted in praise this Christmas for the wonderful gift of Jesus and the joy he brings to our lives." And now is the end where I am going to put on these elegant faceted gems. And if you noticed the last week when I did my card I used the clear. This time I'm going to use white to go over the white. I'm using my pick a tool and just finding a few that I want to highlight. And that makes it really sparkly and shiny and beautiful. So I hope you liked this card and you come back next week. Sorry I started over, but as you can tell this looks much better. So, oh, and I wanted to see what you thought on which one you like more. In fact, I don't think I used soft suede last time. I think I used crumb cake. So which one do you like better, crumb cake or soft suede? I like them both. I don't know. Okay, just let me know. Thank you. I'll see you next week. Bye.